Hi friends, and welcome back to day 7 of Thriftmas, where we're going into my Goodwill every single day for the first 12 days to see what we can find to flip online for a profit. I cannot believe we are already halfway through this series. So if you need to catch up, I do have a playlist linked down below where you can see all 6 of the previous day's videos. And of course, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next 6 videos. You guys know I've had my daughter along for quite a few of them. She is not with me today. I need to go pick her up from school. But yesterday I was editing the video and she was watching a little bit of the footage. She was like, "Mommy, I miss it. I want to go back." But these next few days, I don't think she's going to be with me. So we will see if she gets to pop in on another one. But in the meantime, we will go find some goodies and then I will take them home and show her. So let's go. This place is right next to Popeyes and it always smells so good. And I want fried chicken every time. But these new shoe carts right when I walked through the door almost brought happy tears to my eyes. This is what I've been waiting for Thriftmas. I love getting to find stuff like this. You're gonna see me dig through these for a little bit. Here's some Timberland that I don't always pick up, but those look to be in insulated ones. It says 650 stitched into it. That is the grams of the weight of insulation. Here's some Nike ACG, some youth ones. So we are going at this point to just grab anything and everything that looks like it could be worth it, put it into my cart, and then later on I am going to go through every single thing. I'll show you what I picked up, what I didn't, but right now there are like 4 or 5 carts to dig through here. There are also other people going through them, and there are workers that are taking them out of the carts and putting them away. So it was almost like a mini bins experience here where I'm trying to pair things together. Most of the shoes were in together in the same carts. There were times that I found one shoe in one cart and one shoe in the other cart. So it was pretty fun to just be able to dig through all of these, feeling like I was at the bins and trying to see what's at the bottom. But we ended up with some really, really good ones today that I cannot wait to show you. We definitely need to go through these, but I have a whole cart that I need to look up at some point. But we're going to go check out the new clothing racks first so we don't miss anything. Just another quick example of outlandish Goodwill behavior. These 2-piece sets are both priced at $15. So if they had priced them individually, they would have been like $10 or $11. These are both from like Shein and probably are like $3 worth of clothing. Anyway, I have started looking at this new rack and got distracted by those. Here's some cute little Abercrombie essentials. I'm not going to pay $5 for these. At the bins, I might have grabbed those both and lotted them together and maybe sold them for $20 to $25 or maybe kept them for myself. But not $5 for a basic tank top. I've said this before, the men's like t-shirts, they will sometimes price at like $3, but they don't do that with the women's clothes. They always price them at like $5.50. There was an interesting Uniqlo collab that I wasn't familiar with, and then this really pretty LL Bean chunky knit cable knit sweater. And I actually ended up picking this up. LL Bean sweaters do pretty well for me. The cable knit style is a really popular one, especially with Ralph Lauren, LL Bean, kind of all of the substantial brands. I did not end up picking up that North Face. I'm kind of leaving North Face behind at the retail stores this Thriftmas. I did pick some up last time. All right, here is our first Lululemon find, and it is just a little bra. I really like it. I do end up getting it. Probably didn't need to spend $5 on it, but I am a sucker for some Lulu, so yeah, I'm gonna give myself a little bit of grace on that one. I do think it will sell for around $20. Here is that little Lulu dot again. These were definitely an interesting pattern. I also grabbed these. I liked that they were in really good condition, and they were a bit larger of a size than I usually find for Lululemon shorts and leggings. So that was a decent enough selling point for me, at least today. Let me know if you guys have some brands that, like, even though you know that, oh, you're on the fence or maybe you shouldn't pick them up, you just have a hard time leaving them there. Lululemon is one of those for me. Maybe someday I will get over it. I'm finally getting over it with the North Face, but I haven't quite matured yet enough for Lululemon. So let me know down in the comments what brands you have, or maybe you're better than me and you make much better decisions. Members Mark is Sam's Club, right? This I was trying to see if it was silk or linen. Beautiful is this fabric remnant, the Winnie the Pooh. I like how it's kind of like pastel-y. I have no purpose for that, but I really liked it. Look how big my cart is. So much stuff. I also just realized I forgot I had a donation in the back of my car that I could have done to get 20% off today. And I'm wondering if when I'm done they could hold my stuff for like 5 minutes and I can drive around and do that, because I have so much stuff that this would be a really good day to use it on. So fingers crossed. Already running out of room in my cart, so it's time to sort through things. I found these snakeskin Doc Martens. Both of these Doc Martens were back in the kids section. This one looks like it is a women's, actually. It's a smaller women's size, I think maybe a 6. They were in really good condition. You know, I found some earlier in the series that I think they're $9.99 that were a little beat up. So I was so excited when I found both of these. These just are a little dusty, but they just need a quick little wipe down and they are going to be gorgeous. I have sold that glitter style a variety of times. They usually sell between like $35 and $45 for me. So here's some BKE jeans. I know we found BKE a few days ago that were damaged. These ones were beautiful. They were in really good condition. These buckle jeans for men sell well for me, so we're gonna try them out. They are a size 40. I also found these 511 tactical pants. Now, some 511 tactical does better than others. I am going to pick this up. The straight up cotton canvas ones are harder for me to sell, but these are kind of more of a performance wear fabric, so we are going to grab these, especially since I'm going to have that 20% out discount. I think it's going to make it around $5. I loved this Chico's blouse. It's a size 3, which is an extra large. It's beaded. It's got these like cool puffy sleeves. I like the like embroidery with the beading, but unfortunately you're gonna see here there is a stain I didn't know about till I flipped it around in that moment. So that one we ended up putting it back. This was a wonderful find. This is a new with tags, size extra large, J. McLaughlin Catalina cloth shirt dress. This is the best in every category. The size, the fabric content, the style. It's new with tags. I could not ask for something better there. It probably will sell for around $50. Here's an Eddie Bauer pickup. I don't usually pick up Eddie Bauer at Goodwill retail stores, but this is a goose down puffer vest. If this was not goose down, it was just polyester filled, I would have left it behind. You can see the weight there of the insulation again, but since this is goose down, I did bring this home once again because of the fluffy feathers. Now here's a brand I've never found before. Yes, these are pretty crazy, but that's Revice. They make really interesting jeans. These I think you could completely zip apart from each other if you wanted to, but comps for this brand are really good. They're all pretty cool looking, so we're gonna try out Revice. And then there's the ones I already found and showed you, some Lululemon pickups, the LL Bean cable knit. Now, the moment everybody has been waiting for, let me show you all the shoes from the front of the store. So these are Nike little ACG kids youth shoes. I thought I was gonna pick these up, but they actually didn't comp that high, and they had them priced at $10. So those I put behind. These were Pumas. I thought those were Jordans at first. These Dolce Vitas are $13, so they'll be about $10 with a coupon. At first, I was gonna put these back. That's why they're in that pile. But I second guessed it later on. I looked them up, and I think those could sell for $40 or $50, so they're worth the $10 pickup. These, a few of the Nikes, I looked up all of them, and some of them comped well, some of them didn't. These ones were beat up, so those two pairs I am putting back actually. This was one that I grabbed a single for. I think the other one is there, I just missed it. But I looked up that brand, Tamarino, and it didn't have great comps. These Uggs, actually, I would have picked up if they had been in better condition. They just had too much heel wear, but that is a pretty desirable style right now, the shorter ones, not the taller ones. And all of these Merrells, I love selling this Jungle Mock style, but they were in not great condition, and all three of them are priced at $10, even though two of them were youth sizes. Now, these are a great find. These Nikes I am going to pick up. And Nikes like this previously have been like $25, and so the fact they're pricing these between like 10 and 12 is wonderful. These I was gonna pick up, but they smell terrible. They smell like that moth, like really mothball like chemical smell, so I put those back because I didn't want to make everything smell bad. I'm gonna grab these Keens. They're in a great condition. I love those tall hiking boots, especially when they're the waterproof, the vibrant soles. I am going to pick up these Nike Youth shoes. Obviously, stay tuned to what sold videos so that you can start seeing as these sell. These ones I'm picking up for $10. That's a really good style, and the metallic ones that I showed earlier look to be a really strong colorway. These ones look like they're going to do really well too. I love the blue colorway on these. We got some Jordan mids, Jordan 1 mids. The black and blue colorway was really cool too. So I looked all of these up by the style name that is, or the style number that is inside of Nikes to verify what I'm doing, and then looked up the comps on eBay. These Air Max 270s I am gonna pick up again. I think the colorway is gonna make these do even better. And Air Max 270s are usually pretty good sellers. So wow, oh my gosh, the cart is full. So some of those little storage containers have sold, but there's still one there. Checking out a few of the carts. They don't have too many things out, but we're gonna see if we can find anything here. What's your take on thrift store pillows? I know a lot of people have strong feelings about thrift store pillows, but my store always has pretty nice pillows. These I thought were so cute. One of them was kind of like weird on the bottom though, and so it wouldn't sit flat. Mr. Gnome was cute too. He's obviously a candle warmer. And he ended up being a Scentsy. I didn't even look him up. I know there's some Scentsy's out there that can do well, but he was pretty pricey. Super cute. Still in the market for little Christmas gifts to fill in things for my kids. Not that one. That would not be age appropriate. So my daughter is really into writing and journaling and crafting right now, so I am going to grab her this cool little artsy notebook, and then I'm going to grab my son the Ninja Turtle one right below it. Good for Christmas. This just looked like it was straight out of like a 50s movie. I don't know. Am I even in the right decade here? I did not look this up, but who knows? Maybe this was worth $300 on eBay, or maybe it's worth nothing. But some of these old appliances or electronics can sometimes have value. So let me know if I missed a gem there. I was in a rush this leather actually felt really nice, and I was hoping maybe it was like a Patricia Nash, but no luck. Over to the CDs, I just said I'm looking up to pick up little fillers for my kids, and my daughter has a CD player up in her room that she, Clay Aiken, shout out, throwback, that she likes to play CDs in up in her room. She doesn't have any kind of device to play like digital downloaded music yet. She's only 9, so I'm still trying to find her fun CDs. I saw this Disney one. It's like a villains collection. I looked at the songs. They're not really any of her favorites, so I don't end up picking this one up. I couldn't find any other kids ones, but it's hard to go through these all. Like, obviously they're not in any sort of particular order, so didn't find any today. All right, this was me rethinking everything and trying to decide if this would be a fun Christmas present for my son, or if I would not have anywhere to put it, be annoyed with it myself, if my husband would be like, what did you do? It does work. But where would I put it? I don't know. I saw an employee rolling out another shoe cart, so I stalked him in the most non-creepy way possible, and look, right off the bat, I grabbed these Papilio slides. Papilio is a Birkenstocks brand, and they have sold really well for me. These are in fantastic condition, so love that for me. Here's some more little Nikes. Those are a good seller too. The triple black is a good colorway. I've mentioned that recently, I think. Here's a pair of On Clouds. They're in pretty good condition. They just need a little bit of a wash, and I think they're going to be great. Love selling On Clouds, and I actually don't find them all that often. So I did find one more pair. These are beautiful Italian leather from Everlane. Everlane, I have a love-hate relationship with, but I decided to pick those up. I think they're going to be great. And then I found another pair of Merrell's Vibrant Soles hiking boots, $10. Okay, they're holding my cart while I do this donation, so let's go! I almost forgot to check the putback rack, and guess what I found? A beautiful built shacket. I have never found this brand before, and then even better, Rowback. You don't want to miss that little dog. It does have this on it, so I'm going to take a look and see if that's a deal breaker or not, but don't forget to check the putback rack also. How cute is this? It's just Talbot, so I'm not going to grab it, but I would grab it at the bin. After further investigation, I do end up leaving this behind. It's not just like embroidered onto it, it's like a full patch that is like stitched around the edges onto it. It's actually kind of scratchy and uncomfortable, and if it was just like a golf thing, that's one thing, but this was like a team lacrosse patch, and there was no way that was going to come off cleanly, so we left it behind, and maybe somebody will still want it, but not me. And that's a wrap. I was not expecting that. That just goes to show you that you never know what you're going to find when you go thrifting. I know a lot of people go thrifting and they're like, I couldn't find anything. Everyone was terrible. Sometimes you got to go again. We came in yesterday and there was a couple new racks. And today there was like 5 new shoe carts chocked full of really good stuff. So I got kind of lucky today, but I really appreciate that. I ended up spending $166.50 to purchase 26 items, and most of those were shoes. So I have a lot of processing to do. Really glad that I was able to run out and get that donation done. So I had a 20% off coupon, because that saved a lot of money. All of those shoes that were like $10 ended up being $8. I did end up picking up those Dolce Vita boots for $13 because they'd be about $10, and I was seeing comps between $30 all the way up to $50. So really good pickups there. I have a lot of work to do, and I absolutely have to go get my children because it is much later than expected. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.